So recently, I've been getting quite a few questions of interest about my Ridgeline. In some instances, people have mentioned that they're looking to downsize to maybe get some better fuel mileage. And so they would ask, how do you like your Ridgeline? And my answer to that is, I love it. It's a great truck. Before I purchased it, I had some questions myself. It's a different type of truck. But now that I own it, I'm so glad I bought it. So what I want to do today is just to show you some things to look out for, especially if you're downsizing from a full size. I want to give you some things to consider if you're going to be using it as a real work truck. And I also want to show you some of the features that I really love about this truck. All right, so let's jump in. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the tailgate. Love the tailgate. It opens up two different ways, swings out, and this is really good for when you need to really get close up inside the truck. So let's see. Also love the hard cover. We'll talk about this in a moment. So again, with the tailgate swinging open wide, it allows you to get up inside the truck really deep. But then you also, it opens, the normal way to allow you to extend your bed or to allow things to hang off the back. All right, so now my number one feature with the Bullet, the trunk. So this is what sold me on the Ridgeline. It has this trunk where you can lock items in here and you don't have to have them inside of your cab. I mean, I can't say enough about this trunk. It can be used as a cooler because it has a drain plug. But what's important to me is that I can put things in my truck and have them out of sight and locked securely. So not only is it locked by just the cover and the tailgate, but it also has this lock of the trunk. And the thing about this trunk is you have to have the key or the key fob in order to open this. Even if the car is unlocked, you still can't open the trunk without the fob. And so, I could store all kinds of things in here. I have my galoshes. I have a extra network cable in case I need it. I have a tech bag. I have my DeWalt, forgot what I call this thing. I love this. I have a blanket. You never know when you need a blanket. Tow chain. And this is stuff that is not mandatory that you have, but when you need it, you're glad you have it. And it's stuff that you don't want to try to put into a toolbox, have things like your jump box, just all kinds of things that you ordinarily wouldn't want to store in the cab of your truck. You have a spare tire that pulls out. And so, again, if I'm going on a shoot and I have extra gear that I don't want to leave just laying around in my truck, I could throw it in the back and lock it down. And that's, I love that feature. All right, so now let's talk about the tonneau cover. I have the hard cover and it folds all the way back. And I can lock it down with straps. But the thing about this cover is it's not too heavy and I can take it all the way off if need be. Like say for instance, if I want to put a refrigerator or something large up against the back of the truck, this comes off real easy. It screws off, unstraps, and then you could just lay it on the side. Or you can even strap it to the top of the truck. But the thing that I really like about this hard cover is it has these arms that help you lock down the cover. So if I attach these arms inside the bed, now my cover has this hard top that's locked on here. And so when I close the tailgate, and lock the truck, so now my bed is locked. And so that's just another layer of security. All right, but I do want to make a note that my version is a 2017 version. It's an older version, and it didn't come with the lock and tailgate. But I was able to purchase this this lock offline, really easy to install. I did it myself, and now I still have my camera, my backup camera, and I also have the lock that allows me to lock it. All right. All right. So those are some great things about it. Now, let me show you some limitations about the bed of the truck. So having a mid-sized truck with a trunk on a unibody frame comes with some downsides. And the main downside is the size of the bed. The bed is not that big. It's short and it's shallow. So let me show you. All right, let me grab my ladder. All right. So this is my multi-position ladder that I love to take with me on my jobs. And as you can see, I'm 6 feet and this ladder is right at 6 feet. So when I put it in my bed, it looks like it fits all the way in, but it's about 2 to 3 inches too long for me to close my tailgate. So what I end up having to do is to have it hanging over the top. So now I'm not able to close my top, which is a downside for me. I would like to be able to lock my ladder in. That way, you know, if I have any other tools or anything else in there, it's locked and secured. So now that means I have to get a shorter ladder or either just deal with the overage. Or there's a third option, which I'm not a fan of. And that option is to break my ladder apart. So if I break it apart, now I can put my ladder in sideways, and then I can close it. But I'd rather not do that because when I want to grab and go, I don't want to have to put my ladder back together. Whew. See what I'm saying? That's downside number one. Okay, The second limitation is the shallow bed or the depth of the bed. I'm gonna grab my Craftsman Versa Stack to show you what I mean. All right, so I'm gonna break this down and show you how it fits in the bed. All right, first one fits. Second one fits. But now I get to the main box and we start to run into trouble. So now we see we have a height problem. So even if I remove the handle and let it all the way down, I'm still about 4 inches too shallow. All right, so now I can't lock my bed with this box in here. So what I normally have to do is take this box out of the bed and put it inside of the cab, which takes away room from the inside. So if you have large toolboxes, that's something that you need to keep in mind, the depth of the bed. All right, last but not least, power supply, my EcoFlow Delta Pro. Let's see how it fits in the bed. I should have done this one first because it weighs the most. All right. So for those times that you have to go on site or go somewhere that doesn't have power, you want to be able to take your power supply. Let's see if it fits. Yes, EcoFlow Delta Pro fits inside of the bed of the Ridgeline. That's very important to me because when I bring my Delta Pro, I want to be able to hide it from any eyes. I want to be able to lock it into my bed. And because I don't want to put it in the cab, because if someone just happened to look through the window, they might spot it. And so I like being able to lock it in the back. Okay, so now let's take a look at the inside. All right, so I do want to highlight one of the first things that I had to do is make a modification to my doors. On the older model, they had the short arm that only allowed your door to open about this much. So I was able to go online and find the extended braces to open the door a little wider. Another thing that I love is the storage space. You have your split seating so that you can let your seats up. I think it's called the 80/20. And so now I have all this space in here. I have another little tool bag here. I'm able to get my C-stand straight across the back. So I'm always able to have that with me if I need it, right up under the seat. The last thing I love about it is it's a Honda. It's dependable, it's durable, and it drives really good. It drives like a car. Now, Honda has never been at the top of the charts as it pertains to digital features. You know, it's pretty, it can be kind of basic, you know, but it has what I need. My version didn't come with the smart head that has the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but I was able to purchase a third-party accessory to give me that. It does have Bluetooth, but it just drives really good. I was able to haul a bed full of trees from a tree that I cut down, and I couldn't even tell that I had a bed full of trees. It just drove so well. I drove with a bed full of rocks. Now the rocks were a little heavy. You could tell they were. It was full of rocks. There was a lot of weight on the back, but it still drove amazingly well. So do I recommend the Honda Ridgeline? Absolutely. So if you have any other questions or anything else you would like to know about the Ridgeline, shoot me a comment and I'll try to answer it if I can. All right, thanks.